Major! Hello, everybody. I'm Steve Major. This is my beautiful wife, Julia Major. Hello. And we are going to do a show for you. May we have, please, the title of a play that does not actually exist?
Not a fictional play, but a play that has never been performed.
The Wilting Rose.
Roman's Day at the Opera.
Ooh, I heard two things. The Wilting Rose, and what was the second one?
Roman's Day at the Opera.
Roman's Day at the Opera. I think we'll be doing the Wilting Rose at the Opera, no?
Sure.
All right.
Thanks, everybody.
I was in France the other day.
Mm-hmm.
They had an opera that was just a man eating a banana. This is, frankly, Carmen cliche. Am I right? Am I right? Of course I'm right. You know I'm right.
I like Carmen. And I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think I would have understood an opera that was just a man eating a banana.
That's the point. That's the point. It's beyond our understanding.
Did he sing?
It's a higher level of opera. No, he didn't sing. He had a banana in his mouth. The point was he could have tried to sing, but there was a... But I don't understand the point. That is...
Did he try to sing? Was he singing through a
I
banana?
don't know. He had the banana. And I looked at him and I thought, are you trying to sing and you can't because you have a banana? Or have you forgotten to sing because the banana is so all-encompassing? It was profound. It was... I'm very hungry. Do you have a banana?
Oh, bananas have a lot of starch in them.
Well, yes.
I have some fruit. Here's some...
Do you only eat non-starchy fruit?
I'm trying to slim. I'm trying to reduce. I have some blueberries.
I've
Only
been keeping up with the opera, and I'm behind on the diet, so I thought starch was in. What kind of friend are you? I've been eating nothing but potatoes and peas and what's that thing that they make tapioca with? I had that for breakfast. Oh, it's so difficult. You try to keep up with the opera and you get behind on the diets, and then you keep up with the diets and you're behind on the opera.
I think I would...
having a hard time. Gerald and I are divorcing. You said my cooking is too starchy.
He used the word starchy?
He said my cooking is too starchy. And I didn't know what he meant. I was listening to the opera and I didn't know what it meant. My God, that person has a phone under the opera. You animal! You animal!
I can't hug you because I've got grease paint on my hands, but...
Are you going on? Oh my God! You're part of the show. This is interactive. I don't know if I can handle that in the state I'm in. I just went for a quiet night at the theater.
You thought I just got you tickets behind the curtain?
Well, I saw you putting on makeup, and I did think we were very close to the curtain, but I thought we had front row seats. I didn't know which side of the curtain we were on. A very extra row.
Is it possible that the starchy thing is really an unobservant thing?
He did say something about me never noticing his haircut.
Oh, Glennie. Glennie, don't cry. Glennie, sweetheart. Elbow rub. Elbow rub, Granny.
So I don't even understand how am I supposed to see the show if I'm backstage.
Glennie, I've invited you to spend the first 2 acts with me. It's a 7-hour show, sweetheart. I wanted some time with you.
Okay. You're my friend, so just name, just my top 5 flaws so I can work on them. This new year, just top 5. Don't go beyond the top 5. Come on. Just top 5. Just hit me with it.
Glennie, that's not going to
No,
be
no. Top 5 and
unobservant.
Okay. I feel like someone said that before, but I can't remember.
Just as a for instance.
I'm sorry, I just, go on.
As a for instance, I feel like I would have been able to tell if someone was trying to sing while eating a banana. There's a pretty big difference between being silent while eating a banana and eating something and singing.
I feel like that sounds fair, but you weren't there and you didn't see how big the banana was. It was a very large banana, and he looked like he had very small vocal cords, and I think that impacts things. But okay, I'm keeping an open mind. Okay, hit me with number 2.
Well, I mean, just as a further for instance, when I invited you to spend the evening with me, I said, would you like to spend some time with me backstage while I get ready for my part of the opera? And it sounds like what you heard was just the word opera.
I have Sprint.
Okay.
I feel like that explains the whole thing. I need to go into more detail.
Well, just as one more for instance. I've been quite in love with you for a very long time. I know this is not how I wanted to tell you, dressed in stark white kabuki makeup. Just having learned that your husband is leaving you. But I did sing you a song called Glennie, I'm in Love with You, a month before you got engaged.
That one's on me. That one's on me. I don't have any excuses for that one. That one's on me. That one's on me. I can work on that one.
Work on what?
The lack of observation. You've only named one thing. Which one would I be thinking of? And I've been listening really hard. There was one thing. Did I miss? Did you list a second thing and I missed it?
No.
You listed a second thing.
No, you're quite right. I just
Okay.
I was hoping from context you might mean working on forming a relationship with me.
Well, I'm still processing that. I'm not saying no. I'm not saying yes. I was already having an emotional breakdown, and now my best friend is just telling me that he's been in love with me, and then I didn't notice it, and so it just.
You know, when we first met, I asked you if you'd like to have dinner with me and then get drinks at my place. And you said yes, and it was a very nice evening. And then you gave me a handshake and left. I took that as a signal, but in retrospect, you may just not have noticed that I was hitting on you.
I did not notice. I did not notice you were hitting on me. And also, I have had some dates end in a handshake. That's not a deal breaker for me. On a first date, you know, I'm a lady, and
Yeah.
well, frankly, that's one of the ways I judge a man, and you do have a very firm handshake, so you have a very firm handshake, so I don't know why I didn't go in for a second date, because that's normally, you know, that's a big thing I judge on, and I can be very unobservant, and I'm still processing. I know that sounds, it feels like I should have given a dramatic, like, I love you too, or like, that's way out of line, but I'm processing, and
No, I understand.
you know, it's like you get a job offer, and no one expects when you get a job offer for you to be like right away say. But then when your best friend of 20 years says that they love you, there's this, I feel like there's this expectation. I don't know where I'm getting this expectation from, but I feel like there's an expectation that I should have had a direct, immediate, absolutely not, or like marry me now kind of a thing. And I hadn't been thinking about this possibility, you know? It's like you think you didn't get a job, and then they're like, you were actually in the running, and you're like, I wasn't even thinking about being an optometrist. Let me spend some time on this. And I just I'm gonna go to my place of just think of 5 reasons that I would be interested. I'm gonna spitball it. You know? You smell nice. You smell nice?
It's the grease paint.
No, I don't think it is though. I was actually gonna say that. I was gonna say even when you're wearing the grease paint. Ooh, excuse me, I just burped there. Just wow. It's embarrassing, you know, and right after someone tells you that they like you and you're just like
If you wanted to pencil that in for flaw number 2.
yes. Oh my gosh, I'm gassy. I inherited from my aunt. Goes just the maternal line, gassy women, all the way through. The Morrises, Spomensons. The Morrises, Spomensons. It's just a gassy name when you think of it. It just sounds sort of like between a fart and a hiccup, and it's just. But I'm getting sidetracked. That has to be. Is that not on the list? Because if that's not on the list, you should just knock off something there, because I'm just very like, woo, woo. I didn't even have any drinks. You know, I always like to, I don't pregame for the opera, like take it in sober, you know. And I normally be backstage, that's a different experience. I mean, I would have had a shot or two, but I...
Glennie, let me ask you, over our 20 years of friendship, haven't you ever wondered about that?
Whether you liked me?
Whether you liked me?
Well, I'm a selfish gal, you know? I've always been the type that I don't wonder if someone likes me unless I thought, oh my God, that's a dramatic transformation. You're making me question my sexuality in more ways than one here. This is, oh dear, I was already taking in a lot and now you throw in a wig and it's just, well, that's modern life for you, but I'm just saying, this is going to sound arrogant, but, you know, men have always been lining up for me, and I haven't considered anyone unless I thought they liked me, and I didn't know that you liked me, and so I just didn't think of it.
Well, I can see, especially while you were married, why you would sort of turn that part of your brain off. Or did you?
Well, certainly if people were flirting on me, even when I was married, I consider them. I didn't go for it, but I thought about it, you know. The offer was on the table, and, you know, again, I go back to that job analogy. You're in a job, you like the job, but of course, someone's like, well, were we interested in hiring you? But you're not going on LinkedIn and searching. There's a difference, you know? Not sending out my resume. But certainly when people give me their resume, what is the thing you call when they give you, like, hey, we're this job place? But that thing, you consider it.
At Christmas, you stood under the mistletoe and I kissed you deeply and passionately and I whispered I'm in love with you.
Well, you're an actor. What? I thought that director, you know Hubert, his name Hubert, he was there and you told me you really wanted that part of the romantic lover, and I thought I was helping out a friend, you know?
I got the role. Just not the one I had in mind.
It was an excellent kiss. You were not auditioning for both? It wasn't a 2-for-1, two birds, one stone situation?
No, I'd had a little bit to drink and I was just overcome with passion. I saw you standing there and your husband was on the porch or something and
I was being very logical about this, and I just thought, go in for the kiss and judge it. 1 to 10.
The kiss was lovely, but I'm going to have to fix my makeup very quickly.
Oh, I'm so sorry. It was a lot of tongue, but I liked it. I liked it, you know?
Well...
9. 9, I'm giving it a 9. I'd do it again. You have on makeup. Can I do it again? You have on makeup.
Oh, what the hell, yes. Well, that's my curtain call. So, I'll be back in an hour.
Break a leg!
So I'm out at the grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
And they're out of potatoes. And they're out of yams. And I figure, well, bananas are starchy. And they're out of those too. There's been a run on starch products. So anyway, I got us some onions. I hope we can do something with that. Otherwise, it will mostly be meat and vegetables. But, anyway, darling, happy 5th. Happy 5th anniversary.
You got mostly onions for our 5th anniversary meal.
Oh, well, I was really hoping to have a starch fest, but I think I'm going to have to do with sort of a goulash with some carrots and onions in there. I did play a cook on Law and Order a couple years ago. I wasn't actually cooking on set, but you know, they had me cut some food up, and that really, I caught the cooking bug, as it were.
Do you think my hair is too long to be manly?
Well, you know, in the 90s, Tom Cruise had sort of a shoulder-length look. Brad Pitt did that for a while when he was dating Jennifer. Do you want to look manly, my darling?
Well, the ladies at the office have been teasing me about how many hair things I go through, and I feel it's undermining my authority. I don't like that you cook so much starch.
Oh,
I could just be saying that because I'm mad about things at the office, but...
Well, I can just leave the onions out.
I don't think that onions are the main source of starch.
In tonight's dinner, there will be.
Didn't you say there were also potatoes?
No, sweetheart. I said they were out of potatoes, so I looked for yams. And they were out of yams, so I looked for bananas, although I couldn't have put them in a stew. But I just had to go with onions.
I misunderstood. I misheard. Frankly, that's normally your problem, but today I guess I was the one that wasn't listening well enough. I want a divorce.
Oh.
I want a divorce. I'm not happy. I'm not happy in my job. I'm not happy. I feel I'm also very feminine. I'm too feminine. Maybe I hold on to my anger because it's the only thing that makes me feel manly, because I like my hair long, and my wife comes in and I'm at the vanity and she's cooking stews, which is the most manly of it's the most manly of dishes. If there's someone who should be cooking stews, it should be me. Stews and barbecues, that's supposed to be the man's job. It's the only thing they're supposed to be able to know cook. If it has onions in it and potatoes, or there were supposed to be potatoes, that...
What the fuck are you talking about?
I laugh sometimes when I'm stressed.
We've been
You
married
know
for
that.
5 years.
You know that,
yes.
damn it!
What the fuck?
I'm just saying that I want a divorce because you're too masculine of a woman in it, and I find it feminizing. I'm going to have to find... Well, I can't have too feminine of a woman because then I'm just going to see like the less feminine woman in the relationship when I'm a man, but just, you know, a middle of the ground woman that people will be like not thinking about who's feminine and who's masculine.
I have no idea what you're going on about.
Do you want a divorce, not, or to...
Well,
Do you want a divorce too or not?
I didn't until a moment ago. Now I'm thinking about it. thought I would do something nice, make a nice dinner for us.
It also drives me mad that you can never tell when people are hitting on you. Do you know how many people are hitting on you on the average day and you never notice it? You never notice it. That driver, that Uber driver, he's always by our house. Every time you call an Uber, he's there. And he's changed his music channels just to the ones you like, and
I think he lives nearby.
he has a Connecticut plate.
You're not really suggesting that a man who lives in Connecticut spends all his time outside our house so he can drive me to work.
It's far-fetched, I'll admit. But what about that bank teller who always gives you $3 more than you request?
Can't count? I don't know. I don't know. What is this about? You talked about starches and masculinity and other people. What is it about? Why don't you want to be with me anymore?
I don't know the answer. That's the real answer, and I'm looking for very dramatic, very starch-based reasons, but I don't know the answer. I wish I could tell you. If I could tell you, then maybe I could fix it, or make sure that whoever I end up with after you doesn't have that problem, but I really and truly don't know. What do you think is the reason?
I don't know, sweetheart.
All right, well, I'm going out to walk sheep.
Now I'm alone. I've been abandoned. I'm alone with my potatoes and my carrots and my onions. And now, audience, for your viewing pleasure, for the conclusion of this opera, I shall perhaps, or perhaps not sing while eating this banana.